everybody. This is Building Inspector, aka Ocarina, aka Oki, and I'm going to be doing a how-to video on storage dungeons. The first day of Brew Day, a bunch of people, or at least one person, was asking a bunch of questions about storage dungeons. Can you use the dungeons feature to store house items? And the answer is yes. So this is going to be a multi-part video or series, I should say. This is the first video, which is the basic introduction. So yes, you absolutely can use dungeons as storage. So who can create a storage dungeon? Anyone. I created this free account. I created a new character. It's like level 1 heroic trial character. Does not have any expansions. It's free to play. I mean, I just literally created this character. And what did I do? I created a couple dungeons. So let's go into how do you access dungeons. So you bring up the character window, which I think is C by default, and it brings up a list of tabs. And if you look right below housing is dungeons. So if you click that, there is a create dungeon button. So if you click it, it will give you a list of options. There are multiple different dungeons, and each person has a different favorite, I'm guessing. I do know that I think it's Crushbone Keep 2 and Lair of Scale 4 that are the most popular. I like to use this one, but I'm sure other people like to use other ones. They all have a different layout, so I would just go tour them when you have a chance. I can go through them in a video later, touring them so you can see it, so you don't have to go. You can just sit there and watch. A lot of people have problems zoning multiple times on their machine. So I can do a video on that, but this is just the basic one. All right, so I'm going to cancel that. So how how to name your storage dungeon. The required rules for a dungeon name is 5 to 39 characters. You can have spaces in it. See, I have a space between test and storage. You can use numbers. I used all the numbers, 0 through 9, and it worked fine. You can use all the special characters. So I went through and I did all the special characters on the keyboard that are there without doing anything special, just using your shift key or not, and it allowed them. So special characters, numbers, spaces, all allowed. 5 to 39 characters. How many dungeons can you create? You can create 20 storage dungeons or dungeons in the, any kind of dungeon, 20 per character. So if you have lots of alts, you can go crazy. So where can you access them from? So you cannot be in a guild hall. You cannot be in your house with a little star asterisk. There's an exception. That's an advanced thing, not from an instance, but you can go into them from cities and holiday zones. What do I mean by holiday zones? Perfect example, the Brel Bar for Brew Day, or the Frostfeld Wonderland for Frostfeld. You can be in those zones sitting at a merchant buying house items and then go into a storage dungeon and put your stuff down and exit, and you'll be right at that merchant again. That is one of the amazing reasons to use dungeons as storage. Okay, so I showed you how to create a dungeon. I will show you how to delete one. So I just click on the dungeon name and I click delete. It says, are you sure you want to permanently delete this? Now there's a warning. If you placed items in this dungeon and you click yes, you lose your items. That's right. It will allow you to delete a dungeon when you have things in it. Okay? Bam, it's gone. Okay? So this claim button down here, it doesn't work anymore. I don't know why it's still there, but I'm glad it's there because there's a space between edit and delete. Okay, so what do I do in order to use it? Click the edit button and into the dungeon you go. Simple as that. And it takes a little bit to zone. Now, when you get into your dungeon, it's very important. Well, not very important, but I highly recommend that you pack up decorations. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll explain what a decoration is in that part too. So, as soon as we get in, please load, please, please, please. I have a pretty high powered computer right now. It's not the top of the line yet as of today, but it does take a while, so don't freak out. All right, so to pack up stuff, just do /house and just say collect all items. Okay. Now, when you see it, look, it says 496 counted items. I'm just going to go back into the housing window now that I packed it. 0. How many items can you place? You can place 2,000 regular items and 2,000 building blocks. There is no moving crate. There's a toolbox, okay? No moving crate, but it'll be okay. So that's all I'm going to cover in this basic one. You can start putting items down. To leave the dungeon, you can just click on the leave button on the housing window. All right, so that's it. I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.